Good morning and welcome to today's episode of Nadya's Identity Files. I am so excited to be here today because there is so much that I want to talk about. There is a lot on my mind. Do you ever feel like there's just so much going on in your head that you just you can't even organize your thoughts properly, and you just want to go in and take what's that thing called that you use for fishing? I've never gone fishing before, but I'm thinking about taking that thing and throwing it into my brain and luring out my thoughts and putting them on paper and organizing them in some sort of more concise fashion. That's literally how I'm feeling right now. I'm just super excited because I think in the last few days, absolutely in the last year and this year in particular, but in the last few days especially, I have been struck with an increasing awareness of the level of responsibility and opportunity to make an impact in the world via new media technology. And I feel that where I am right now, I have a lot of personal responsibility. I have the chance to really leverage my position here as a host of this show and everything else that I'm doing to truly make an impact in the world. So I'm just super excited, and I've been reflecting on this a lot. And here's the thing though, you out there, you watching this show, you can be just as impactful. You may not understand how you can do that right now, but there are so many opportunities and different modes that you can explore to create change, especially with digital technology. And that's what today's episode is going to be about. We're really going to be honing in on technology, identity, and impact. Thanks to the internet, we can touch people across the globe in ways never, ever imagined 15 years ago. And technology is so much more than wireframing apps, coding a website, all the traditional things that we think about when we think of tech, mechanical engineering, robotics, etc., web development. Of course, these are key facets of technology, but there are many other areas of new media technology to explore, particularly social media. So here's the thing. There's so many things that you can do. For example, let me just throw this out there. About a year ago, I created a meetup group, which is meetup.com, is an online website for women to collaborate and network and to do really cool things together. It's called Alpha to Alpha. You can find it by Googling Alpha to Alpha Women's Network. And I created this online. I created a Facebook group. I don't think I did an Instagram, but I began pulling women together and having a conversation online on the internet, which obviously is new media technology, about how we can come together and make really cool shit go down. And then we took each other's ideas and began playing with some different things that we could do. We met in person, and all the rest is history. So there's so many things that you can do. Unfortunately, I don't have the time resources available today to really get into everything that you can do, but Meetup, social media, developing online projects, or using the internet to community organize. There's a lot out there that you can do. Both of my guests today, incidentally, I met through digital means. Jordana Guillamarez, and I think it might be Guillamarez. She can beat me up when she comes on air if I totally butchered her name. She's an activist, publicist, writer, editor, social entrepreneur, and founder of anti-homelessness initiative, the Nylon Project. And I met her on Instagram. I think I liked one of the Nylon Project's posts, one of them that stuck out to me in particular, one of the posts that was really honing in on the problem of homelessness. And she's from New York City, so she's mostly been focusing on the epidemic of homelessness in New York and London, and now she's here in LA trying to do some really cool things about ending homelessness and bring awareness to the homelessness problem that's still so ubiquitous in Los Angeles. So I'm super psyched to talk to her. We met on Instagram, you guys. We did not meet in person. It was so random. Turns out we have a bunch of mutual contacts, so I'm super excited to talk to her. Now, my second guest Rachel Haywire, and this has to be one of the most full circle like conversations ever. You'll see why in a second. She and I met on the dating app and networking app. A lot of people use it for networking. Her, which is an app, a dating app, networking app for lesbians and bisexuals and queer women. It turned out that we had a mutual contact, and we began chatting a lot about our mutual passions for the internet and digital technologies. She is a prolific activist, tech journalist, singer, producer, web developer, tech and fashion maven. She has authored not one, but 2 books. I'm probably leaving out like 50 things that she does. Like literally, I was online like doing extra research on Rachel last night, even though we've hung out a number of times and I know her fairly well, but I was just floored by the number of exciting projects that she's involved with. Super, super smart, passionate person, as well as, you know, Jordana is as well. So I'm so excited to sit down with both of them. We met on a freaking app. I met both of these women on apps. Understand this. You can harness digital in ways that you don't even realize yet. We're going to be talking all about that today. But first, I have a little bit of identity news for you. Only one little slice of identity news because unfortunately I don't have a lot of time today. I want to get in as much as I can with both of my guests. But I'm really excited to announce that on Saturday, I will be sitting on a panel focusing on these issues that I'm mentioning right now, how we can harness digital media for social justice and for making a larger impact. I will be sitting on this panel with 3 other amazing women, and it will be moderated also by another amazing woman who's going to be appearing on my show next month. She also works in tech. It's going to be taking place at the 360 Women's Health Fair, which is put on by the Los Angeles LGBT Center. It's going to be at, the flyer is like up there so you can see it, and you can contact me if you can't find the address or whatever. But the panel title is Social Justice and Utilizing Technology to Move the Needle with Your Cause. Natasha Gamer Jones, who is the CEO of Bright House Digital Marketing, is going to be moderating the panel. Robin Exton, the founder of Her, is going to be on the panel with me. And I just mentioned how I found my second guest on Her. So that's really random, really crazy. It's like we're all intermixing. It's wild. So she's going to be on the panel. Jen Rosenstein, who is a photographer. Me, you know enough about me. I don't need to go into it. Although some random guy said, I don't know enough about you. I know all about your guest, but not enough about you. I'm like, yeah, my friend, we're going to keep it just like that. And then the other person on the panel is going to be Allison Shaw, who is a digital brand strategist. So it's at 145, there's the address, at the Village at Ed Gould Plaza. So it's the LA LGBT Center on McCadden Place. Contact me if you want more information. Saturday, 145, super psyched. So depending on who's out there right now, I know one of my guests is like dealing with crazy LA traffic right now. I will be having my interviewees on. It's either going to be Rachel first or Jordana. We will see. It'll be a wild card. Hang tight. I'll be right back.